My whole entire family, my mother's side, my father's side, all involved in music. So when I was born, my dad had like studio equipment in the living room, like in the dining room. So I think the one moment for me was they always would, put you on your lap, you play something or whatever. And I went and I was playing a beat and I could physically see them both like, what? Oh, he got some little skills back there. And right then I said, all right, I don't know what I just did right here, but whatever it was, that captured me. And since then, that's kind of the feeling that I've always searched for. Long promise road, long promise road, long promise road, long promise road. My dad is a drummer mostly, but he's a producer. He tries to play a little keyboard. He arranges. He can't. None of us really are been blessed vocally, but we all try. We all get out there and we do our thing. But I think because of that, they've always been close to it. They've never, we met in acting class. Like you like acting? All right, we're gonna find something to put you in. So I think that support has really been instrumental, absolutely. I've always had turntables. My dad, I think maybe when I was 9 or 10, he had new turntables. I don't need these old ones. I don't have anywhere to really put them. So here, you take them. Here's a box of my records. And I think that kind of like opened up a new lane for me because as much as I've seen it and as much as I heard having the control and being able to have these instrumentals and have like acapellas and be like, oh, we could put this two together and that's how they be doing all of this. So in high school, my dad actually, somehow he got in contact with my music technology teacher because they had music technology. This was very big. Like that was the only class I basically showed up for. But he contacted her. They spoke a little bit. Oh, I remember she had a CD and she gave us her CD of her old music because she was a singer. Gave it to my pops. They got in contact. Boom, boom, bang. He bought an old keyboard from her. So that was definitely that. Senior year of high school is where, hey, here's the keyboard. I'm gonna show you how to work it. Lose your mind. I think you're the first person just off the strength. Like most other people who was asking me for stuff was because they saw me playing keys or they saw me doing something. You're the first person who was like, no, my friend says they make music. I need music, so I'm going to reach out to them. You know what I mean? This was like a fellow producer. He's a multi-instrumentalist. And the guy's name, he's still around today. His name is O'Henny. His intro is like just lush, beautiful pianos. And I was listening to it. And I just happened to like hear a few parts. And I said, you know what, let me just load it in. So at the time I was using Virtual DJ to kind of chop up my samples. So I was just kind of loading in. You can set the cue points and kind of like get a head bobbing and start thinking stuff in my head. Just that refrain that was the main like piano loop, that part in particular just kind of just, I was like, nah, it's something about this refrain. So I took it, I put it in there, and for a while, I was trying all sorts of stuff, trying to really disguise it and hide it. After like a couple hours, it was like, yo, just loop it. That's what you fell in love with, just loop it. And from there, I kind of built the drums and everything, and so I put very minimal extra production. It's really just kind of like a high sentinel for that one in particular. And so this was when I felt real comfortable of, even though I didn't do anything, I added like a flavor to the beat where this can live on its own, in its own little merit.
But I'm here. No housing, meal plan, or major. But I'm here. And like most of you, still climbing. Signed, CB.
It definitely made me feel a little bit more validated and a little bit more professional. Like, no, with very minimal contact, he extracted what I loved from the track and really put it to what I felt was proper to put it to. I believe we all make things. Everybody, whether you make joy, whether you make anger, whether you make something. And if you don't share it with anybody, what's the point? You know what I mean? So yes, I love money. Yes, if I'm gonna get hooked up with some dinero, come holler at me. But I want this stuff to have ears on it. So, that's why I have a ton of stuff. Midnight Highways I have 3 of them now. So my thing was, at the time, I was going to New York a lot. Shout out to my boy Stove. We was doing freestyling in New York. So I would go freestyle in New York. Then I would get on the train. The rest of them, a lot of them in that area was in New York. So it was only like 2-3 of us was going back on that train at 4-5 in the morning, on that lonely path from World Trade Center, just sitting there waiting. And so as I started to, at that time, I was very active in the beats because I was trying to shop stuff. You young, rap is a young man's sport. So you definitely out there hustling, you trying to do stuff. And I was always making. So now it's like, I need to listen. I need a thing, a place. So for me, it became that. It became those long rides on the bus and on the train, late, just 4 or 5 in the morning. The rest of the world is dead, right? So then when I got a vehicle, I joined a band, and that equated to those midnight highway drives. So I done played my ass off with them doing. I ain't really trying to hear no loud music thumping in my ear. I needed something that was a little bit more, had like flavor to it. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, what if I just put a collection of these together for me, just to listen to while I'm, coming home at these nights. Because sometimes you want to bump yourself. You want to, rep you. Once that first one kind of hit, I went back and I just really listened to him. And I had to listen to where I was at in all of that music. And a lot of that music was very try to tell a story, but not through the actual beat itself, through the sonics of it, through what it sounded like. Because I feel like that's what a lot of my music is. Shout out Joe Budden. It's very moody, very mood music kind of stuff where it's not necessarily a party record, but it's you feel good when you listen to it. I definitely felt like that was the first vibe that kind of led to my rap series of albums that is very moody and very heavy and kind of a little bit more darker, because I was always well, actually over here, I'm having a little crisis because I make all this music, nobody hears it, all this stuff, supposed to be great and all this. I'm in these gifted programs and everything, and what am I doing with it, So I kind of felt like all of my beats felt like that. And I kind of feel like me and you were in that same age, so we vibe. Those vibes kind of resonate with us because we've all had those kind of feelings, you know? Yeah.
I've used a mixture of tracks that you are on as a lyricist and stuff that you just straight up produce and stuff that you produce for other people. There's a couple collaborations that I've used of yours as well. I'm trying to remember the artist's name. I think it's Super Chunk.
Oh yeah. I think that was what, Lenny Wilkins or one of them. Yeah. Shout out to my man Chunk. That's the homie, yo.
Yeah. So I've used that track a few times. Can't remember that. I think it's.
Oh no, Smell It on My Sweater. Yes, Smell It on My Sweater. That's a good one. That's a real good one. I was in my bag. I can't front. The more I listened to that track, I said, oh yeah. I was spitting a little bit.
Standing in the parking lot, waiting for the homies, feeling like I need another rollie. I don't mean to watch, but I'm sure you'll still watch how I vacate all these rappers from the #1 spot and always let the ball drop. So I'm Hakeem nicking it, block 'em like Olajuwon, Hakeem lyricist. Living the dream when I look in the mirror. Hopefully have me a team that
See, you know what's so funny? So talking about that track in particular, that's Chunk. He's on the beat. His name is Malcolm. Well, Malcolm, my dude, what it is. He dictated where my mind was at least from just listening to it. Like even, that sample, that's what is that, Cruising or one of those? Yeah. So like just that song, when you listen to that song, it don't sound like no other song of that time. It has a certain vibe. So I think all of that kind of informed my decision to really go, let me put some effort into what I'm writing.
Sit him down like AJ3, listen to me, it ain't always what it seems. And when he asks me what, tell him LIFE. Then go outside and teach the young lumberjack how to hit tree. That's what you call active parenting. Apparently it's nice to let these rappers wear their pampers in. Well, at least until the boy comes of age, then I gotta let him fly, let him turn his own page.
That's a favorite, and I like when you use it. What's another one that you use? Party Time Excellent.
There it is.
Whoa.
So I love that you pick those kind of tracks because it's like we just on this track just saying whatever, just like kind of we just having fun, we blasted, we just kind of just having a good time. And I don't have a lot of records like that. Then the context in which you used it, just beautiful, So.
Cause I told you to. They trying to call me player. Cause I move the finger. They know, but I tell them like Kano. I don't wanna follow LOVE. I know you know, I know. Chillin' on the cookout. Introduce me to the swag coming off of me.
I think this was the first time we were really like latched in from day one. I think I remember you was like, okay, I got a script. It's not finished, but I think this is what it's gonna be. I want you to be here. I want you to roll with me through this process. So that being new for me, it really like I locked in. I was telling my girl, all right, listen, I gotta pay attention. I gotta do some stuff, right?
If you're an actor and you don't have an agent, you may be wondering how and where to find auditions. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you.
We're going to talk about how to set up for a Zoom audition.
So that beat, I just say, you know what? Just sit down. Just sit down and just play. Because I haven't done that for a while. Those chords hit me, the sound that I used, I said, oh, this is a nice sound. And I just said, oh, this would kind of be, this is kind of nice and sweet. Like, it's very simple. There's not a lot of special tricks or anything. It's a very simple kind of solid beat, you know? So I appreciate that you put it over like the title, you know? Because it's a solid thing. Aquila, this your chance. We doing it. Shout out. And so as I was making the beat, I distinctly remember, because it has that almost like fake Caribbean kind of vibe to it. And as I'm making, I said, I could probably get her to sing something on this. Like, I think she would enjoy it. But I never like telling somebody, do this one. Okay. I want you to be inspired. I want you to just take it and go, oh, this touched me, right? So it was just in the midst of the folder. Yo, I need the vocals for this one. I'm gonna teach you. As a matter of fact, I don't even think this was the one. There was another one that she sent me that I taught her how to send me the vocals, so that I can mix it down and make a true. Yo, that one, I need the vocals. She's like, really? It's just kind of. No, send me the vocals for that one.
Sugar plum, wanna freeze the moment with you.
That's so funny. When I sent her, remember when you sent me the link for the film? Yeah. I sent it to her. Yeah. I downloaded it, put it on my Dropbox. I said, okay, listen, don't send this to nobody. This is for me and you, okay? Sent it to her, and the first thing she said was, you know, it's really crazy that while I was writing this song, I never thought it would be used as like a tale of like a trip going bad or so. She said, I just never in a million years thought that would be a part of it. And I said, it's funny how life does that to you. But she said, but I think it fits perfectly.
Did you ever have a penis?
Of course I did.
Is it purple?
Stop. I can't even with you right now. Huh.
You know, you can Google me. AJ is real. It's gonna be that from now until I'm 90, making beats, all of that. Okay, so that's what it's about, man. It's about that creation. This is I tell people all the time. I was lucky enough to find my export method, right? A lot of people in life they don't get that. They just hold a bunch of stuff in here and they don't have that output. But I found mine, so I'm gonna keep using it until the day I die. You know.